Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today we are discussing a tribute to this man, Kurt Klaus. This is part of a series launched in the late 2000s in tribute to the man who designed the mechanism within the watch. And today, the watch we discuss is the IWC Da Vinci Perpetual Calendar Edition Tribute to Kurt Klaus. The timepiece technically referenced 3762-04 in stainless steel. This particular model was a 2009 special edition of 3,000 pieces in stainless steel. Several metals were executed. This is the most versatile of them, with a treatment of two-tone that I adore, the use of the gold on the dial rather than externally as part of the case or bracelet. The watch is surprisingly easy to wear. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. You can see on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, it's big, but maybe not as big and blockish as it appears. It looks almost like a cinder block in isolation, but on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, you can see it's a little bit more compact at 51 millimeters lug to lug, across the case 43 millimeters broad and then 15.2 millimeters thick. It does have a little bit of a slope to its case flank, so it will fit underneath a dress cuff. Maybe not a shirt sleeve, but certainly a jacket. And the spacing between the lugs a broad 24 millimeters, but despite appearances, it will take conventional straps as long as they are the correct size. Let's get a little bit closer and talk about this watch. The strap that's equipped is a handsome and substantial piece. The later 3762-07 featured a contrasting stitch. The only difference between them is the strap. This was the prior model. The other one came in 2011. The strap itself is thick. You can see the sheer cut side showing you the layers of construction. It is a matte finish, large rectangular scale alligator leather, monotone stitch on this Dash 4 model, a full IWC deployant clasp and nicely made. You can see this one still features some of the original packing tape. It's in great condition. Alternately faceted and polished, it's a handsome and substantial clasp. It is frankly a lot more than most watch brands will provide, even when they provide folding clasps. That one feels suitable for a tank. And the watch is blockish, brutish in some respects, but it is not of its era. That is to say, it's not a design of the 2000s. It harks back to the original 3500 series and 3700 series IWC Beta 21 Quartz Da Vincis. IWC was one of the original Beta 21 consortium developers working with a Swiss lab to construct the first mass-produced quartz movement. They didn't popularize quartz. That would fall to Seiko and the Japanese, but they were first, and of course this shape was spawned by that original Da Vinci from the early 70s. Now the case back shows the image of Kurt Klaus. He's still alive. He's sort of a watchmaker emeritus with IWC, but in 1985, among many innovations of his long career, he developed the fully programmed and coordinated perpetual calendar system used on innumerable IWC watches starting with the 1985 Da Vinci Perpetual Calendar Chronograph. The system allows all of the indications of the perpetual calendar to move in sync. So you can see right now the watch is indicating February 2nd. Well, I'm going to pull the crown out. First, let me make sure I'm not in the middle of the danger zone. You can see the watch does feature stop seconds. Okay. Now everything moves in sync. You see how there's no way I can accidentally make up a combination of day and date and month? Look at 12 o'clock. Even the moon phase adjusts. Because it's mechanically programmed to the year 2100, all you have to do is adjust the date to the correct date. It's as easy as setting a three-hand Rolex, and you can set a perpetual calendar. That is the genius of the Kurt Klaus system. There are no pusher adjusters on the flank of the case. You don't need to fettle your watch with a ballpoint pen tip and risk damage, and there's no need to worry about accessories that can become lost. You'll also note that the dial is extravagant. All applique yellow gold indices, yellow gold hands, yellow gold accents. You have that yellow gold moon and the cosmos in blue beyond. You have a wonderful stamp style guilloche with an undulating top to bottom pattern, sunken sub registers, and you'll appreciate the fact that the dial has a very small Kurt Klaus signature sitting right between 4 and 5 o'clock. There's a lot going on here, and it's a very comprehensive perpetual. You have the day, the date, the month. You even have the year, year, the decade, the century, and the millennium with the moon phase. That's a heck of a lot, and that's before we even discuss the chronograph. It's a chronograph, that's right. It has coaxial indications for chronograph minutes and moon phase, constant seconds and day, and chronograph hours and month. So you get all of those indications thanks to the caliber 79261 that's underneath the case back. Automatic winding, and based on a value 7750, it's been adjusted and modified in-house by IWC, as well as grafted to IWC's in-house perpetual calendar system. 44-hour power reserve, 28.8 beat rate. I believe this is a 39 joule movement and water resistant down to 30 meters. The timepiece is not an aquatic watch, although it does nicely straddle the fence between a sports reference and a dress watch. You can see all in steel. The case band is strong with alternating polish and satin finished facets, as well as a few nooks and crannies to articulate the mass of the case band. It is not without art in spite of its considerable bulk and wrist presence. You can see this IWC Da Vinci Perpetual Calendar, Edition Kurt Klaus 3,000-piece limited series from 2009, and make it yours on the watch box. IWC Da Vinci Kurt Klaus Perpetual Calendar.